Gary, semifinal action against the Predator. You get to the line, you look across, there he is, but you're actually looking at the starter, aren't you? You were timing that light pretty close.
I'm trying to watch, the starter and the light, because on these short indoor races, if you're sleeping, a fraction of a second, you're going to lose the race. You don't have but a few feet to get a run, and that's where we're making a power at and where we're getting our mile per hour at. It's just in, 15 to 20 feet. And, you have to watch the light and you have to get a good hole shot.
Well, that fraction of a second was the whole margin in this race against the Predator.
Yeah, I think, it was that race there, and I think it'll continue through on the races. Whoever gets off the line first will win the races here.
Well, one left to go. You're in the finals going up against the Gravedigger. How do you see it?
I think I can pull it off. He's running very strong today. He's quick on the lights also, but I'm going to be quicker.
Are you ready for the finals? Well, hold on to your seats, because we're going to rock and roll into a North Carolina showdown. Gravedigger versus Carolina Crusher. These two southern neighbors are gearing up for their own civil war on Monster Wars. Coming up next.
We've seen many battles in the show so far, but this is the ultimate battle. This, as the name of the show implies, is the war, Monster Wars. This war between Carolina Crusher and Gravedigger.
Crusher, I have more trouble than you can handle. And when I handle you, your future will be a grim reality.
Is that right? Well, you'll look pretty grim, you caked little coward, after I take care of you and send you underground forever. Steer clear of me, Gravedigger. I'm gonna party hardy all over your stinking face.
Don't even think about celebrating. The only event you'll be attending is your funeral. I'm so positive of that, I'll bet everything you own, including your own life.
Don't start with me, you miserable, manic monster. I'm gonna annihilate you and finish you off once and for all!
The road to the finals was not an easy one for either one of these trucks. First of all, Carolina Crusher had to face some very, very tough competition. He took out Tropical Thunder in round one, then Barefoot, and finally Predator. Gravedigger, he was against Nightmare in round number one, then he defeated Equalizer and Monster Patrol. And now it's Crusher and Digger, side by side. Carolina Crusher has been doing a super job cutting a good light. Hey, Dennis Anderson can do the same thing and has been. Let's see what's going to happen. On the start, Carolina Crusher seems to get an edge. It's a close one, but Crusher wins by 1/100th of a second.
Yeah, I demolished the Digger. Yeah! And after a hard day on the track, it's Crusher time. Time to sit back and relax and party and party. I came. I conquered. I left no survivors. Muscle Mania has arrived. Call it Crusher. 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 Yeah!
The crowd is on its feet cheering for Carolina Crusher. Carolina Crusher has taken out everybody tonight by cutting a good light, almost anticipating what's going to happen, and he does it to Gravedigger. A close race, but Digger could not match the reaction time of Crusher. Gary Porter told us he had the flu. I think it's Gravedigger that's going boo-hoo right now. Jim Davidson is standing by with our winner, Gary Porter.
Gary, get in here, man. Congratulations. You went ahead.
Right.
You beat Gravedigger in the finals. You put him away. But are you timing things? How are you doing this? How are you getting on the line and getting the whole shot on everybody?
Well, I'm actually watching the power going up the drop cord to the light. That's how I'm leaving before everybody else is. No, I'm just trying to leave as quick as I can, watch the light, and trying to get a good hole shot. I've geared the truck, accordingly for this track so I can make all my horsepower in 15 to 20 feet here and try to get, the whole shot and get some mile per hour while I'm flying through the air.
You're right on the line between redlining. I mean, if I was out there, if I was a USHRA official, I might be ready to pull the trigger on you for red lighting because you're getting a jump like I have never seen before.
Yeah, well, that's sort of the gamble we having to take, and, luckily I didn't red light at this race, and, You know, but I'm trying to cut them just as close as I can.
Congratulations, man.
Okay, thank you.
That was a great ending to an exciting show. Gary Porter gets the win in a super close final. Before we dim our headlights and say goodbye, let's take a look at our updated monster standings. Although Gravedigger lost in the finals, he gained enough points to widen his lead over Barefoot. Carolina Crusher's win moved him up 2 notches from last week and leaves him in 5th place. And here's a look at where the rest of your favorite trucks line up in the season-to-date standings. That will wrap it up for us at Monster Wars. Be sure and hitch a ride with us next week when we head down to New Orleans for some spicy Cajun